In my youth, I watched as Richard Nixon handily won a second term as president. Shortly thereafter, it became obvious that due to his dishonesty and immoral behavior, he had to go. The problem with Nixon simply resigning centered on his vice president, Spiro Agnew. Agnew was facing serious criminal charges in Maryland, and the powers that be knew he could never succeed Nixon. They also knew that with so many Republicans having voted for him, a Democratic replacement would also be problematic. So in their search for a solution, they decided on a two-step approach. First, Agnew had to resign in exchange for leniency. Second, a new vice president had to be found. That person had to be squeaky clean and of good moral character. They chose Gerald Ford. After he became vice president, Nixon resigned. We are now in a similar situation. Trump and his incompetent, crooked government has to be replaced. If history tells us anything, he should be temporarily replaced with an honest, capable Republican. I have today filed what is known as an ex parte motion to have Trump's authority transferred to a qualified receiver. An ex parte motion is one where only one side of a dispute is heard and is asking for quick relief to avoid irreparable damage. In many cases, it is decided only on the documents submitted. In other words, there is no need to appear in person and argue your position. The judge I submitted the motion to is a Republican appointee. However, I expect he will make the right but difficult decision. I suggested that either Kamala Harris or John Kasich be appointed. I don't personally know Kasich. I do know he has experience running a government and working with the Congress. Considering the history lesson I just provided, Kasich might be the best pragmatic person for the temporary job of receiver. A decision on my motion might be made later this week. Though the law is clearly on our side, a decision in our favor would be extraordinary. That is why my judge needs to have other federal district judges support his decision. That is why it is very important that you file your own suit and motion in your local jurisdiction right away. I especially would like to see suits filed in the district courts occupied by the judges who have become convinced of the lawlessness of the Trump administration. If you will provide me with an email address, either by comment or by mail to 2063 Richmond Highway, Stafford, Virginia, 22554, I will email you a copy of the complaint and the ex parte motion. My email address is alvrm@gmail.com. Please indicate which federal district you will be filing in. It is highly likely that one of your filings could result in an order firing Trump within days. This is the only legal way to get rid of Trump. You filing could make history.